just loving certain stuff about yourself, but then understanding the world won't like it. Fellas, it is so very important for you to take care of yourself. The same way women love to take care of themselves, not all women, but it's more known for a woman nature to take care of her hygiene. Make sure you're doing that. What is up, my BBossBaddies and my Batman fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, today I'm gonna be talking about top handsome things that women love about a man. Now I have not did this on my channel yet, so I'm very excited to talk about this, and I feel like it's more of just something that men need to know, that there is a lot of things that women do appreciate about men, and it doesn't always have to be materialistic. But some of these things that I'm going to be saying, you might be able to change. Some of it you might not be able to change, but the way I'm going to explain it is where it could work with you. And honestly, like I just recently seen a comment, somebody talking about he's this and he's that. He made it work for himself. He was trying to make you guys understand that you don't have to try to be exactly that, but try to make it work for you. And he was explaining also how it worked for him and how many girls he was able to get because he built that confidence. He made this work for him. So all of you fellas out there can do that. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have 3 things today, and they, like I said, can apply to however you make it apply to or however you work around it. Okay, so most of these are more of the physical traits. Well, they're all physical traits basically, but handsome things. The thing I want you guys to understand, when it comes down to handsome things that you're actually doing, it becomes you becoming a gentleman. And when you become a gentleman, it's only women that will want that. It won't be immature females. It won't be girls that are running around trying to chase a bag from a man. Like, that will not work. So if you do want to see a video of me talking about things that gentlemen should do, or a guy that wants to be a gentleman should do that a woman will like, let me know the other types of videos, a part 2. So number 3 on my list is a darker or a natural look. Okay, you guys, look, you cannot get offended with none of these things, because I have things that are thrown at me all the time. I have crazy comments, people saying, oh, your nails are too long. Oh, why don't you do black hair? You need to do a more natural look. Your lashes are too long. And personally, there is specific things that men mostly like out there. Men mostly like a natural female. Men mostly like specific things, right? So it's not every single man, because that's how I have a man right now. That's how there's a whole lot of relationships of people that are dating other people that most people won't even date, because there's always somebody out there for you. So we're only generally speaking. Do not get offended. You should have the confidence and you should love yourself. And that's how I don't get offended, because I love myself and I express myself the way I feel about myself, and nobody can get to me. Nobody. You can say the craziest thing, can't get to me, because I love myself for who I am. Okay, so with this whole darker natural look, it's all about kind of having this tan vibe, and it's not just darker as far as your skin tone, but mainly a lot of girls out here do find men to be more handsome when they are tan. If you guys don't believe me, search it up. I know that one could be like, are you sure about that? But tan is something that I feel like anybody can do, whether you're pale or not. It's not the best thing for your skin, of course. There is skin cancer out here. There is a lot of things that you don't want to get into, but there is sunscreen. I can't tan. I'm black, yo. Like, look at my skin. I don't be tanning, and I be wearing sunscreen. I know for the longest time I was like, nah, I don't need to wear sunscreen. I'm black. It's not for my skin, but everybody should be wearing sunscreen out here. And so summertime is coming. This is probably the best time for you guys to catch a tan. I'm not saying go force and do it, and I'm not saying that, oh, if you get a tan, every woman will want you, but this is just talking about facts right now. And there's a lot of women out here that prefer literally tan men, and it's not tan, it's just kind of that skin tone that looks right in the middle. That's how I kind of want to explain it. And it's not right in the middle that it means perfect. It just means that skin tone that's right in the middle. Now, sometimes you can be more on the whiter side. Sometimes you can be more on the blacker side. I'm more on the blacker side, right? Remember the whole thing that was going around that people love light-skinned girls? Black girls were slept on. All these dark-skinned girls, like actual black dark-skinned girls, were slept on. I don't know if you guys remember that, but now black dark-skinned girls are coming up, and light-skinned girls are still beautiful, no doubt. Any skin tone is beautiful. Doesn't matter by your skin tone. But I'm just talking about, generally speaking, somebody will find somebody and this is women and also men, because literally a period of time, don't come for me, this is true, a period of time, and it's still technically going on till this day, but a period of time where men wanted that lighter skin tone. And even the blonde chicks, that whole look, Caucasian look, men really wanted that. Men still do. Even that light skin look, there's a lot of men that'll never date a dark skinned woman, and that's totally okay. But we're talking about what generally. So to wrap all that up with this one, the darker tan skin looking guys, women most likely prefer that. And if you are not trying to do that, or if you definitely don't agree with that, then that's fine. I am not telling you guys to go catch a tan. I'm not it's like the same thing as somebody telling somebody that's dark, go catch a bleach if you know you want to be a light-skinned girl, right? But that's not what I'm trying to tell you. I'm really just bringing facts to you guys. It's almost the same thing as like just loving certain stuff about yourself, but then understanding the world won't like it. You get what I'm saying? So there's nothing to be offended. If you don't believe me, last thing, go ahead, search it up on Google. You will find it on there that women prefer tan men over the rest of the men out here. Okay, and let's go ahead and move on to number 2. Number 2 is right haircut. So I really like this one. I feel like with the number 3, it was kind of like, like Bosana, nobody's gonna really go catch a tan for a woman. And I understand that, but it's just I had to bring it up because it was important. And I do want to bring a lot of facts to you guys so you guys really understand this and feel, you know, somewhat educated, I hope. But yeah, with number 2, having the haircut. So recently I just talked about the whole face beard thing, matching your face, all that. I will be talking about it very, very soon, especially if you guys do want to see it, so let me know. But in this video right now, I'm talking about that haircut. So first things first about the haircut, you have to find a haircut that suits your face. And honestly, for the longest time, I really didn't understand how important it was for a man to get a haircut, because to me, it didn't make that much of a difference until I really started to analyze, wow, how much a haircut can make a difference. But obviously, you have a mid-stage where, let's say you got a haircut and it's been a week or 2, and depending on how fast your hair grows or whatever you're doing with your hair, the transition happens, right? And I'm talking about those that actually are growing hair, you know, like, no offense, don't take nothing personal. For bald people, this won't really apply. And honestly, bald people can't be slept on. There's a lot of great-looking bald people out there. I think, what's his name? Morris Chestnut, he was somebody that's been, you know, all in the movie scene, like a lot of black movies. And sorry, I'm not trying to talk just about black people, but clearly, you know, this is what I know, right? But he was bald, right? And a lot of women till this day will die for him. Like, a lot of women really obsess over him. So it really does not matter if you are bald. But if it doesn't really suit your face, and if a girl is really being too picky, she will say, I don't want my man to be bald. And honestly, most times, a lot of men, when they get older, they do end up balding. So they go bald. So it's normal for you to be bald. But I'm just saying, a bald look is more of an older look. If you guys get what I'm saying. Don't get offended, like I said. But back to what I was saying with the whole hair thing, make sure that you are actually having that hair look that matches your face. And before, I just kind of forgot, but as I was saying with the last thing, I was trying to tell you guys that if your hair is like 1 week, 2 weeks in and it's growing out, then that's okay. That's what I always used to see. I would see the hair, you know, kind of needing a haircut, but it wasn't that noticeable. But until I noticed guys that like really, really had a certain specific hair looking bad, like let's say he had really, really long sloppy hair and it didn't match his face, right, at all. And there's a lot of guys out here, you guys may know, that have long hair that look really, really good. Let's not talk about that though, okay? But as I was saying, you know, he had that going on, and then as soon as he got the haircut, he completely changed and looked so much more handsome and really, really put together. So you have to find the haircut that suits your face, and do not allow your hair to get to a place where it's at the worst, like, you know, where you are overdue. Of course, COVID is going on still, and there is people that can't touch a barber shop right now, so it's completely fine. You know, do what you can, because there is things you can do. And honestly, I would like to recommend people to learn how to cut your hair, because that is one thing that will save you so much money, and most definitely you will not have to worry about going to a barber shop, right? And honestly, I wouldn't say it's easy, but I've seen people learn, and it's not as hard as, you know, it might seem for some people. It definitely requires practice, but I would say you guys should learn. And if it's not cutting your hair, if it's you have long hair, you know, get the products that's good for your hair. Shampoo your hair, condition your hair. It's not just for females to do. Like, hygiene is very, very important for fellas as well. And I think that's very slept on. It helps a lot of women look at a man and say, oh, he's so handsome because he has his hygiene put together. He takes care of himself. And that goes into the last thing that I'm going to be talking about. And honestly, you guys, if you want my videos to be shorter, which I'll say this again because I wanted to say in the beginning of the video, but somebody mentioned I want your videos to be around 10 minutes. Like, they're getting a little too long. And I understand that. There's other people that don't agree. So I'm going to probably go based on what overall people are saying. If you do have an input and you're watching until now, please let me know. And then I'll mention it again in another video in the beginning for those who don't watch the whole video. Okay, so the last thing on my list is being well groomed. So like I said, take care of yourself. Fellas, it is so very important for you to take care of yourself, to have this handsome look image. It's not just about you going out there and literally health wise working out. That is very key important. But I understand that a lot of guys cannot jump into that, and a lot of guys are not able to do that right now because of the fact that it's hard. It's hard to get into that transition. You have to do it, and it is hard, but it's very simple. So that's not what I'm talking about in this video. Now I'm talking about the simple things that fellas can really do to have that handsome looking look to themselves. And that's starting with like a skincare routine. I know a lot of guys don't even need to use products and stuff like that, but it really does help. And you guys will be like, I've seen videos, guys, like, oh, this is all natural, my face is just like this. But it just doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. Of course, women put more products on their face. That's why they need other products to help their face. Absolutely. And if you don't touch your face, most times it'll be fine. But I feel like for hygiene purposes, it will be nice if you had a good moisturizer that you like and a good cleanser. And that's just as simple as that. You don't need to get the toner. You don't have to get the serums, all the extra stuff that women use. You can use literally a basic skincare routine. Some guys really just put water on their face and call it a day. It might just be you. And that's totally okay. But I'm just letting you guys know, a lot of women don't notice this until it really happens. So what I'm trying to say is that nowadays when girls are talking to a man or getting to know a man won't actually show these things or make it to be known. So once it's actually known, a woman will actually be like, damn, that is such a handsome thing. That is such a thing. A man that's really taking care of his body like that, it's such a sexy thing, whether you guys believe it or not. And I might put sexy, like, you know, not blurred out, but you guys might not hear, because YouTube be out here, you know, making the signs yellow because it might not be suitable for all advertisers. But as I was saying, lastly, to just wrap this up, literally take care of yourself the same way women love to take care of themselves. Not all women, but it's more known for women nature to take care of her hygiene. Make sure you're doing that. Please be well groomed because it's just such a handsome look, and there's so many different things that you guys can simply do. And another big thing, I do that like often. I really gotta chill on that. But another big thing is your nails. Please do not have literally dirt in your nails. Don't, like, you know, even me, I try to literally my best to make sure it's clean under there, because it's really easy to catch dirt. And you don't even have to have long nails. Like, guys can have like this much, you get what I'm saying, and they'll still have dirt. And if you are really hands-on, if you do have a job that's very hands-on, please go ahead and try to find different things that'll help you, whether it's washing your hands more, or I don't know, maybe your hands are really dry and maybe that's the reason it catches dirt more. I don't know. Maybe your nails curve and they need to be cut. You figure it out and try to stay as clean, as groomed as you can. Now, that's all I have to say for that. If you guys do want me to get more into details like this, talking about exact things like, you know, the dirt in your hands and stuff like that, let me know, because I will do that, but I will have to do it in like one video where I'm specifically just doing that, so my video is not too long. Okay, so if this video helped you guys out, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you follow me on my social media. Make sure you check out my Patreon. Make sure you check out everything else that's linked, and you guys will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.